Once upon a time, I was in a half-priced books, and I came across a copy of Dark Horse Presents Creepy Comics, Volume 1. Didn't really know anything about it. Liked the Frank Frazetta cover, liked the great art inside. Picked it up on a whim. Really enjoyed it, really liked it. It's a great anthology horror series with some of the best art that you don't get anymore anywhere else. And so I was eager to track down more of these older volumes. But when I went on the eBay, on the Amazon to try and track them down, they were all exorbitantly priced. Now the volume 1 I got for 25 US American dollars, but that was a steal. That was a steal Rooney. It was really going for like $80, $100 everywhere else, and likewise with volume 2, 3, 4. That's just, listen, I'm not a rich man. And even if I was, I don't know that I would pay $100, $200 for these kind of books. It's the principle of the thing. Why aren't these continually in print? The obvious answer is that there's not enough demand, I guess. And I say you make the demand. I say if there's not enough demand, you go ahead and make it. That's what advertising is for. But that's besides the point. I don't run Dark Horse Comics. I don't run anything but my mouth. So I've had this experience as well with films. I was looking for a Blu-ray copy of The Abominable Dr. Phibes, and Phibes Rises Again, and it just seems to be out of print. Any copy you find is just real pricey. But anyway, I guess that's just a symptom of our digital focused live. I don't know. Anyway, so in scrounging around for more volumes of Creepy Comics, I didn't find the individual collections, but I did come across the Alex Toth collection. Now, some people pronounce it Alex Toth. I've heard it pronounced Alex Toth, but I can't do that. I can't bring myself to do that. So for me, it's going to be Alex Toth. For me and for you, it's a Toth. It's Totha. It's a Totha. I really like this guy's art, and this was the only reasonably priced volumes. This was like $20-$25. They had a Bernie Wrightson one that was, again, just like in the triple digits. There was a Daniel Corben, who I'm not super familiar with, but also in the triple digits. This was the only one that still sort of seemed to be kicking around and that was affordable. But I really like Alex Toth. I almost said Toth. It's Toth. It's a Toth. I really am drawn. I'm really compelled by Alex Toth's art. He does a lot with very minimal brush strokes, very minimal. I don't know. When you he just, I don't know. I don't even know. Look at this lady's face, for instance. Let's see if we can zoom on this lady's face. How do we get there? Does it zoom in? Zoom in on this lady's face. It can't really do it. There we go. Kinda. So he just puts down like a few basic shapes here. Puts down like, there's a circle, there's another circle, but he just manages to somehow convey detail without actually putting down the detail. He can look at her coy, come hither gaze, her haughty gaze, and I don't know. I'm just impressed by the way that he does that, and I'm also impressed with his. I like the classic sort of 1950s square-jawed. Everybody see this guy, this Humphrey Bogart looking character. He's got some guy who looks like Errol Flynn back here. I like his Errol Flynn, Humphrey Bogart, real square-jawed. I like what he does with light and shadow. I like how he just, I don't know, this, it's, when you think of people who have, like, a real handle on lighting and form and figure and movement, I think most people, they sort of, they're more compelled to that impression with something like real detailed, real Grecian, with rippling muscles, detailed thighs, detailed penises and scrotums. But this guy, I don't know, this guy just communicates all that wisdom and mastery, but in just real broad, confident strokes. And this, the thing I like about this book is he's kind of doing a bunch of different styles here. You've got some, he's laying down some, I don't know, charcoal or some gray washing, and then you've got some other ones that are real, just real high contrast, black and white. Let me see if I can find a good example of that. I don't know. But anyway, and then you got ones that are just like, he's putting down some real thin lines with like a scratchy pen. Like there he's doing some cross hatching. There's some more thinner, here's what I'm talking about. More like thin, like not a lot of light or shade on the faces. He's a guy who, like, the impression you get is, okay, here's a guy who's on a detail, on a, what's the word? On a deadline. Here's a guy who's on a deadline, and he needs his pages in by a certain amount of time. And so he might choose a quicker style, but he's having fun with it. He's sort of in his, I don't want to say, not cutting corners, but just like being mindful that the guy's on a deadline. He still manages to, like, I don't know, improve himself, like to experiment in within those stricter confines. I don't know. This video is probably garbage, but Alex Toth is good. This video might be garbage, but Creepy Comics Alex Toth collection is pretty good. And if it's still like around for if it's still kicking around for 25 simoleons, and if you like these kind of things, it's definitely worth checking out. Definitely a fun, wholesome time. Wholesome fun. Goodbye.